Thanks for joining us this evening. My name is Chris Barbie. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the Director of Alumni Relations here at Grand Valley State University. We thought we might have some attendance issues tonight because there's $2 hot dogs and beer up the street at Van Andel Arena tonight with the Griffins game. But I'll let you in on a little secret. You win by being here, one, because our food is better, and two, the beer is free tonight. So we saved you at least $4 tonight. You're welcome, okay? And I'm watching who's drinking more than $4 worth of beer tonight, okay? Well, for the first time in our history, we are combining the volunteer celebration with our Alumni Service Award, and as a result of that, this is our largest alumni volunteer celebration that we've had to date in about 5 years. So thank you very much for being here tonight. Congratulations. Our volunteer program started about 10 years ago, and it has grown to include hundreds of volunteers at numerous events throughout the year. Our volunteers take on so many different tasks, from serving on committees and boards, to speaking in classrooms, to fundraising, and even sorting dirty potatoes at the food bank during Community Outreach Week. And speaking of Community Outreach Week, we had a great year this year. It took place at the end of March. Show of hands, how many people took part in Community Outreach Week? That's very, very impressive. And I know that we have a lot of people that take time off work to do this. And the stories that we hear from people are really heartfelt, that it's great to get out in the community and do things in the name of Grand Valley. And the university appreciates it, and what it does, it gets our name out there in the community and just makes Grand Valley look very, very good in the name of Grand Valley State University. So thank you very much for that effort. As many of you know, COW brings together alumni from all around the country and all around the world. It's the only event where any alum can participate in a Grand Valley event. No matter where you live, your age, your ability, or financial status, you can be a part of COW. This year, 670 Lakers and Friends of the University participated in this event. Collectively, we produced more than 2,500 hours of service in 7 days, which included 162 service projects. COW is our largest service project of the year, but it's certainly not the only one. In 2014, we helped to coordinate 28 additional alumni volunteer opportunities. Your service hours have a very significant dollar value, and according to the independent sector, the average volunteer hour is worth $22.55. Adding up all of those hours just for Community Outreach Week, your service would total $58,291.75. That's a full-time staff person for us, and that just goes to show that we can't do what we do without the help of everyone in this room. All the events and stuff that we do, over 80 events a year, it's because of people in this room. Our staff is only so large, but because you guys sign up when we send out the email, we're able to pull off the things that we do, and we can't thank you enough for that. Okay, I need everyone to pull out their cell phones right now. This is a test, okay? You don't get to eat if you don't do it. Even those people with flip phones, I'm not going to call you out in person, but if you got a flip phone, you can pull that out too. Okay, I want you to hold it up. I want you to find March 21st, 2015 on your calendar, and you're going to type in moo. Now you have no excuse when Community Outreach Week comes around next week, or comes around next year, that you don't know what the date is. March 21, 2015. It's on your calendar for next year already. You can start thinking about what that project's going to be. That is the end of your assignment. Just last week, we celebrated our second Laker for a Lifetime team that raced in the Fifth Third Riverbank Run. Thanks to the efforts of people on that team, we raised $6,000 for the Grand Valley Fund. People doing this through their personal fundraising pages. And thank you very much for everybody that participated in that. You'll see a dozen of other opportunities of volunteer opportunities behind me on the screen as that continues to roll. But how do we keep this momentum going? We need you to keep that momentum going, to help us spread the word about Grand Valley and all of its impact. So please invite your friends to the next Laker event. Talk to them about us on social media, and continue to make our university Laker strong. Before I close, I'd like members of the Alumni Relations and Annual Giving team to raise their hands. Did you guys raise your hands? On behalf of our team, we invite all of you, the real stars of this evening, to enjoy dinner and drinks on us. It's our way of saying thank you. We'll introduce our Alumni Service Award recipients shortly. Right now, we ask that you please wait for your table to be called for dinner. Enjoy the evening and have a good time. Thanks again for all your help.
Good evening. I'm Mike Tappy, class of 1978, and Vice President of Recognition for the GVSU Alumni Association. Thank you for your service to the university and all you do to help support Grand Valley. Speaking of service, please join me in giving a round of applause to the catering staff and bartenders this evening. I'd like to thank you all, our volunteers, the award recipients, families, and friends, as well as the faculty and staff members who are here with us today to celebrate the accomplishments of these two great Laker graduates. I have the distinguished honor of introducing our Alumni Service Award recipients for 2014. I've known Kevin and Jackie Schafer for several years now, and these two are the epitome of Lakers for a lifetime. The Schafers join many other deserving individuals who have received alumni awards. Could we have prior recipients who are with us tonight please stand? Thank you. Now, let's learn a little more about Jackie and Kevin's service with a short video.
Each year, the GVSU Alumni Association presents the Alumni Service Award to one or more recipients who demonstrate extraordinary service to the university and the association. This year's Alumni Service Award winners are Jacqueline and Kevin Schafer. The Schafers have given nearly 4 decades of combined service to Grand Valley. Kevin graduated in 1998 with a degree in finance. He is currently the Vice President, Commercial Loan Officer of Mercantile Bank of Michigan. His volunteer work has consisted of financially advising Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity, serving on the GVSU Alumni Association Board of Directors for nearly 10 years, and he is still serving as the chair of the Alumni Golf Outing Committee, which raises funds for GVSU programs. Jacqueline Schafer is a 2-time graduate of the Sebring College of Business, earning a bachelor's in accounting in 2000, followed by a master in taxation in 2005. Jackie is a wealth planning consultant for Mirador Family Wealth Advisors, Fifth Third Bank's multifamily office. As an undergraduate, Jackie held multiple leadership positions within Delta Zeta sorority and continues to be involved with the GVSU chapter as an alumna. She is also committed to the GVSU Accounting Alumni Group and was inducted into the Accounting Alumni Hall of Fame in 2010. The Schafers have made volunteering an important part of their family life. They bring their 2 sons to various service opportunities, including Kids Food Basket, Community Outreach Week, and Homecoming. For their unwavering dedication to Grand Valley and to the Grand Rapids community, Kevin and Jacqueline Schafer are the deserving recipients of the 2014 Alumni Service Award. Congratulations, Kevin and Jackie, from the GVSU Alumni Association.
That's impressive. Thank you. As you saw in the video, the Schafers are very generous with their time, their talents, and their financial support. Tonight, the Alumni Association presents Jacqueline and Kevin Schafer with the Alumni Service Award 2014. Kevin and Jackie, please come to the stage. Get my fingerprints all over.
You want to hold it?
Okay, right now, Jackie and Kevin have a few remarks to make for us.
A few. I heard we had like 20 minutes.
40 minutes, right, Chris?
Thank you, Mike, for the introduction, and Abby for the video.
I'm really messing you up.
Okay. No, we are truly honored and humbled to be the 2014 Alumni Service Award recipients. When Kevin and I started this acceptance speech, we talked about our service merits and the volunteering of time, talent, and treasure. Kevin became convinced that we were getting this award because of talent and that we should do this in a karaoke medley with the GVSU fight song. Yes. And I reminded him that we are business majors and not music majors. And then Alumni Relations flat out refused to give us a karaoke machine.
Very disappointing. Especially because karaoke was one of the main reasons that we met each other. The first time that Jackie and I met was at the BS Lounge on Lake Michigan Drive, if anyone remembers that. And a few weeks ago when we started preparing for the speech, we had a healthy debate at the dinner table at about 11 o'clock at night over the exact circumstances of how we met. And one of the things about that night is we had we first met in November of '97, but we remember more the first time we met in early 1998, when she became so mesmerized by my singing to the song "How Deep Is Your Love" by the Bee Gees. Our very own, that song is one song that can have some kind of impact. And our very own Chris Barbie, just ask him. He's the local president of the Bee Gees fan club. He can tell you all about the impact the Bee Gees can have on your life. As Jackie's already said, we are humbled to receive such an honor. But Jackie and I do not attend events, donate personal funds, serve on boards and committees for this type of recognition. We do these type of things from a love of the university that we developed as undergrads many years ago. Grand Valley represents so much to us and has provided us a start to so many opportunities that we have today. Which leads us to our primary message for this evening, which is we have received so much more from Grand Valley than we have ever given.
We feel strongly that we will never be able to give back to the university. I'm sorry. This is a problem with writing speeches. All up here, not here. Okay. We feel strongly that we will never be able to give back what we have received through the opportunities and relationships that we gathered in our GVSU experience. Just as we can never thank our family enough for establishing our foundation, we feel likewise about the steps in our journey at Grand Valley. College is the first place where you can make your own choices and become who you are. We feel incredibly grateful for the steps and opportunities that we were provided. I appreciate the scholarship dollars that made it so that I could start and finish at Grand Valley. I appreciate Dr. Food, as my friends and I called him, who took our suggestion and did the taco bar in the Commons. I appreciate the professors who cared, who took me aside, encouraged me, offered me practical advice, and pushed me to achieve. I appreciate that my sorority sisters selected me to be a leader, to help choose our leaders, and to help choose our future by choosing our new members. It felt like a tremendous amount of trust and an incredible confidence and character. Each action, each support was one step closer to the next opportunity, the ability to take on something else, something more.
I also have much to be thankful for during my time at Grand Valley. I'm thankful for a scholarship that was provided to me by the donors before me. I'm thankful for a hall director and an RA that made my freshman's transition so smooth. I'm thankful for the day my Copeland Hall roommate and friend who can't be here tonight, Kevin Booney, decided to join a fraternity and drag me along, and I got to meet the guys. I appreciate all the opportunities through student activities, volunteer GVSU, leadership summit, serving on too many committees that Bob Soul needed the student to fill in the last minute, or getting to meet famous people like Carrot Top and R. Kelly, and being able to make a connection to an alum during my on-campus interview that ended up being my first job at Old Kent Bank. I owe much of my strong commitment to the university that was formed through my employment and participation in the Student Life Office. I do not believe I'd be on the stage today if it wasn't for that time that I spent while in the Student Life Office, learning experiences and the overall environment that fostered my love for Grand Valley. I'm thankful for mentors like Bob, Ann, Jay, Leanne, who's here as well, Michelle, numerous grad assistants over those years that really developed that love for Grand Valley during that time period.
And what we received from Grand Valley didn't stop when we graduated, because relationships don't end when the certificate arrives. Whether it's professional or personal relationships, we still receive opportunities through Grand Valley. Where we are in our careers today is in large part because of Grand Valley. The family I look forward to coming home to every night started because I needed a date for a dance at Grand Valley. We certainly realized that we took actions along the way, made decisions, but those things started at Grand Valley. We want today's students and tomorrow's students to have those same opportunities and more. We had them because community leaders and alumni before us. We want to be a part of that group now, which is why the things we do or the things we've done haven't felt like much. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
So what can we as alumni do? We've already mentioned the giving of time, talent, and treasure. Just to emphasize, it's not all about monetary donations. But as one of the lowest alumni giving percentages in the state of Michigan, we have some work to do. And that's something that we're continuing to work on. I think if there's one thing that I like to get across is a small donation means a lot. As an alumni group, if we band together and give a small amount together, that big amount means a lot to the university. We can help those after us. If you have not made a gift this year, I know Alumni Relations is ready to accept your gift, and some development people as well.
Let's take a moment to think about the opportunities that we have to share our time and talent. Think about the impact Grand Valley has made on your life. Now consider the impact that you have made or you can make. Pull a friend back to alumni or sporting event. Proudly sport that Grand Valley gear. Recruit a high school student. Guest speak in a class. Become a mentor. Attend a career fair. Interview a potential Grand Valley grad. Serve on an alumni committee, or organize a volunteer event for Community Outreach Week.
And to add to that list, my one shameless plug for the July 19th All-Alumni Golf Outing. Registration open today. Two other events I always like to talk about that I think are great examples of giving your time, that are great alumni events to really renew that energy you have for the university. The first one is Freshman Move-In in August. For those that have been there, there's nothing like carrying a fridge or a 42-inch panel TV up the stairs while the alumni relations staff watches on their golf cart and yells at you. Just take the key away from Chris. I do that every year. What makes that backbreaking work so fun? It's the range of emotions that you see that day. You have students that are scared. Some are excited. You have parents that are about the same range of emotions as well. But it really renews that enthusiasm for the university, because every time I'm there, I think about the time I stepped foot on that campus the first time, and you just see that range of emotions through all the new students that are coming onto campus. And if you do a really good job, President Haas will give you ice cream. The other one, while a little more difficult to get to because you need tickets, is commencements. I had the opportunity as first vice president of the Alumni Association to present one of the alumni awards I did it on 6 occasions over 3 years, so at each commencements. And I think it's such an honor to be there, but the energy in that place is unmistakable. And I think it's so important to get to that event just to see the energy from the new students and the new alums as they come out of school. I was also there when the 75th graduate walked across the stage. One thing regarding commencement, though, I do have to get off my chest. And it was an issue, and I want to issue a public apology as well. One of the years, an individual that normally took the cards, if you remember commencements, there is a card that you have with your name on it, right? So you'd walk up, give it to a Grand Valley official, and then that person hands it to one of 2 readers that are up on the stage. Well, during one of those handoffs, when I was filling in for an individual who was out of town, because I got asked to do it while I was up there, we had a horrible event where one of the cards dropped. And if you've been at commencements before at the Vandal, the stage is about 6-7 feet off the ground, so you're up quite a bit. If you can imagine one of those moments in your life where time stands still, and we're right next to a ledge, and I went to hand it to the reader, and it fluttered out of our hands, and we tried to grab it, and it went down under the stage. So, it's a good 10 feet away at that point. So if you're here tonight and you didn't get your name read, I apologize. But I contend to this day, it was the reader's fault. Because we all know it's not the quarterback's fault when there's a handoff. It's the running backs. And I think the other real blame rests with the person that wasn't there that day, who decided that the national championship football game was more important. Well, since the ink is already dried on our award and we already have our plaque in front of us, I guess they forgot about this one.
But now they remember. As we close, we want to say thank you to our family for their love and for their support, including the numerous times they've watched our children so we could attend Grand Valley events. We want to thank our two little Lakers, Gabe and Zach, for walking the path, mostly without complaint. Unfortunately, Gabe isn't here tonight because his future career goals include being a soccer player, or a football player, or a baseball player, and if that all doesn't fall through, maybe a banker. We are happy that Zach is attending and ready to sing the Grand Valley Fight song, if anyone wants to hear. And now he's changed his mind, because that's what 6-year-olds do. We want to thank our friends, those that are here tonight and those that aren't. Family is stuck with you, friends choose you. We appreciate the time that we spend together, your generosity, and the laugh lines that remind us of the good times and help us forget the bad. We want to thank you, the volunteers. You have clearly showed your commitment to the university, and we are proud to share this night with you. Lastly, we want to thank the Alumni Association and the Alumni Relations staff, many of whom, whether they like it or not, were sort of included in those first ones.
Our final ask for tonight is to stay involved, but find ways to have others come along with you and get them involved as well. Find that passion. As Jackie and I can attest, you will receive so much more than you give. Thanks for this award, and go Lakers.
Thanks again, Kevin and Jackie, for your leadership. We appreciate it. That just about wraps up the evening's events. Please feel free to stay and mingle with your fellow Lakers until about 8 o'clock, I think. And on your way out, in the hallway, the staff will be handing out a small token of our appreciation. Once again, thank you, and keep making this university Laker strong, and everyone have a great night. Thank you.